Madden 24 is about a month away from release. What better time to drop a Madden 24 Ultimate Team wishlist than right now? In the background of this video is going to be a PL tournament run, Players Lounge tournament run from this past week. Going to be multiple games. This is a long video. You're going to have to sit back and listen to me talk Madden 24. Starting out at number 1, and I know it's super predictable, but it's a thing I want to change the most personally for Madden 24, and it's weekend league rewards, but more broad. I just need more rewards that prioritize winning and not losing. Madden 23, the theme of online gameplay was winning saves you time, losing, there's no negative to losing. Now, yes, there's head-to-head seasons that you get rewarded for winning a Super Bowl, but the rewards for that mode are the same day 1 as they are day 365. We also had the fact that trophy packs were not being rewarded for people winning Super Bowls for a good 3 to 4 months to start the year. It was awful. A very simple changes. I would actually like to see the comp field pass rewards more aligned with head-to-head seasons. It makes more sense as a cumulative reward structure where, if you play 3 to 4 seasons and you don't win any Super Bowls, you're not going to get that many rewards, but since you're putting the time in, you're playing all the games, you should get something, and that is where the comp pass comes in, and it just fits more like it fits like a glove, just way better. Something else they could do if they want to just scrap Weekend League as a whole, because let's be honest, the Weekend League reward structure was perfect. I don't know the exact saying, don't fix what's not broken, but the Weekend League structure, now I agree Weekend League should be MUT champs or 7 days per week. That always made a lot of sense, but the more games you win, the more rewards you get. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. But something if they were to scrap MUT champs altogether or scrap Weekend League, I would love to see content be more tied into winning Super Bowls. Something as simple as, hey, whatever the newest content is, let's say Most Feared Part 1. If you win a Super Bowl, you get a random BND champion. Or if you don't want to take it that serious, EA Sports, you can do a random BND hero that's non-auctionable but goes into the set. So if you win, let's say, 3 Super Bowls in a span of a week or 2 weeks, okay, you're able to get a free Most Feared champion. Just something that keeps the mode more replayable. Replayability is everything in Ultimate Team modes, and Madden 23 just didn't have it. You were playing the same thing, which was head-to-head seasons, over and over again, the same rewards the entire year. Yes, you had the comp pass reward structure, but let's be honest, the player at the end of the reward structure a lot of times wouldn't fit your team. Something else they could do with that is maybe have the player with different abilities or a different archetype, like choose a 1 of 5 option. For a quarterback, you could choose a scrambler, one maybe that has Hot Route Master. I'm just talking like beginning game, because everyone has different play styles, everyone has different theme teams. You can't just put one player every 2 weeks and just hope that player is desirable for a majority of the player base. Because let's be honest, from my perspective, yes, I have the best team in the game for the most part of the year, but I'll be honest, until this last month or two, they've actually done a great job with the comp pass. For the first, say 60 to 70% of the year, I probably used, and I was like, I gotta get this guy 2 out of the 12 players. Like the Trevor Lawrence at the beginning was it was fine because it was the very beginning of the game, so it was cool, but they dropped Cortland Sutton the second one, which wasn't that good. Tariq Woolen was good, but then they started dropping middle tier. If you're gonna have the comp pass player, you gotta make him the highest overall at the current, that's available at the current time. So I just want online gameplay to reward winning more than anything, not just reward spending time on the game. If you're good at the game, you should get rewarded for people that aren't as good at the game. It's just simple, it works, and it gives people something to work for. If you have something in the game that rewards winning more than anything, then people have something to build up for. They have a reason to build their team. Now, I can get into that conversation every day, but that's number 1. I need online gameplay to reward winning more. The easiest way to do that, bring back Weekend League rewards. Number 2 on this list is going to focus a little bit on offline gameplay. Not really. There's another one later on this list that probably focuses more on offline gameplay rewards. This one is a little small nugget, and I'm going to kind of steal this from MLB The Show. I would love to see player-locked solo challenges. Solo challenges over the years have kind of gotten stale. No one really, they're just a chore now, I guess, for people that play MUT. You log in, you do your dailies, you get your XP. That's all we really play them for. Something maybe would bring a little bit more excitement to solo challenges is, you're locked on to Adrian Peterson. You got to get those 296 rushing yards you got versus the chart. Just something like historical moments where you're player locked, even on a zoomed in camera where you're only that player, and it's kind of like it's got that NCAA Road to Glory vibe where you're only one player, your defense, your Ray Lewis, get 2 hit sticks in the game. It's just something that I think would bring an extra element to solo challenges because they've really been fading in terms of popularity over the past few years where, like I said, they're just a chore nowadays. At number 3, and this one is going to be a little bit complicated, it has to do with champions and champion sets, but I want them to go back to the style of Madden 15, Madden 16, where master sets, as they were called, are more so random. Now, what I mean by that, and this doesn't have to go along with every single promo drop. For example, like Team of the Week, I wouldn't really say this works because that just comes out every single week. Maybe AKA, for example, it wouldn't really work, but for something like just your base Thursday promos, like for Most Feared, for example, that's what I'm going to use this video a lot for promos. Most Feared Part 1. We get 4 or 6 champions, a few LTDs. I want that champion set to not be an individual player where you just put in the standard 390 overall heroes for a 93 overall, and you just choose exactly who you want. I want it to be in, you put 390 overalls, and you get a random champion. Now, what this does, and you might just think, oh, this is bad for the game. I just want the player that I want. Okay, then you can go buy that player, but it adds a lot more replayability. That's the word in this video I'm going to use a lot. Replayability to the menus. Back in Madden 15, Madden 16, if you played back then, if you watched YouTube videos back then, you'll know all about flashbacks. Flashbacks were one of the most popular things to open, do. You would just grind out, you would snipe elite badges, snipe players, build up to a flashback pack, and then boom, you get a random flashback player. You got a little nervous, a little, butterflies in the stomach when you went to go open the pack because you didn't know if you were getting a 250k player or a million coin player. Now, it's a little bit hard with Madden and training because, when a player is a certain overall, they got to go for a certain price. Otherwise, they're the cheapest training. But I would like to see just a little bit more fun, excitement when it comes to content days, more so Thursday content days, because it feels like EA drops content, you log on for 5 minutes, and you already have the cards you want. You just buy them off the auction house or do the set, and they're all the same price, right? It's like, so why? It also adds to, like, why would you, complete the set for the worst player? Why would you buy the worst player if they're the same price, if they're the same set? It adds a little bit more price variation, the best players are going to go for, let's say, the set costs 500k, the worst players go for 350k, the best players go for 750k, or 650k. It adds something for, market grinders can do. They get snipes and pieces, do these sets, try to do them for cheap, and it adds more of like a reroll into the promo. It just adds more replayability, man. It feels like promos in Madden 23. We logged on, you got the new cards in 5 minutes, and we're like, boom, when's the next content? So I want to see more, I just want to see more replayability inside the menus, and I think that is something they could do. Even with Legends, I would love to see a random full Legend reroll to an extent with sets. Like, for example, Madden 24, the first Legends will be 89 overall. Maybe throw in 487s or 387s and an 88 overall of any player. You get a random full 89 overall Legend. Just stuff like that needs to be brought back into MUT. It's huge, really, with FIFA and their SBCs and their icon SBCs and all that sort of thing. I want that area brought into Madden, or really brought back into Madden Ultimate Team. At number 4, we're going to target packs a little bit. I guess we could talk rerolls, but I'm not, rerolls and packs to me are always just going to be a net loss. You're always going to lose on them unless you get super lucky. But what I want to be brought back are the packs that, if you're willing to grind, you can make them work. And that is the Gap Pack, the Get a Player Pack, or the Pro Fantasy Pack. They were the 2 most popular packs, really, in Madden 22. And the Gap Pack's been probably one of the most popular packs ever since it got put in the game. It was just a 500 coin pack that gave you a random player. Now, Madden 23, what kind of happened was they raised overalls up to where the lowest cards in the game were like 70 overalls as their base card. So the pack, just from a price standpoint, couldn't be 500 coins because you were getting a gold player. So it became pretty much a get a gold, which would be, in Madden 22, I think it was a few thousand coins. I think it might have been 5,000 coins, that is. But Madden 23, as you guys know, is what, 2.5k. But if overalls are, lower back down, or make the gold overalls have a value standpoint of 5, I just want to bring the Gap Pack back because I never necessarily use the Gap Pack to make coins at any point because it's really a low stack. But if you're willing to grind and put in the work with sets, with, everything what the Gap Pack stands for, I'm all for it. If you're willing to put in the time, make the coins, grind the pack out, it's good for the game. So I want the Gap Pack, or make the Get a Gold Pack a lot cheaper. And then I would like to see the Pro Fantasy Pack. It was just a cheaper version of the Pro Star Fantasy Pack that was this year. It was 12.5k. I want to see more cheaper packs be brought back into the game. Now on to number 5. We're going to target the gameplay, or not the gameplay, but we're talking abilities. huge talking point amongst the community. You know, should we have them? Should we not? Should they be nerfed? Should be more of them? You know, it's always it's Madden, right? That is Madden nowadays. Its abilities, they control gameplay, they control really the market even when it comes to what cards go for a certain price and what cards don't go for a certain price. But something I want to see changed, or not changed, just brought back to how it was. I want a slower ability curve. Now, what I mean by that is, in Madden, you know, when were abilities? Madden 20. So Madden 20 to Madden 22, abilities were brought out based on their overall and statistics, meaning Hot Route Master wasn't available until a Field General hit 95 overall. Route Technician wasn't available on a lot of receiving archetypes until they hit 96, 97 overall. Whereas in Madden 23, the ability structure was just, you unlocked every single ability at, 92, 93 overall, and the only thing that changed over the course of time was abilities getting cheaper. That's all that changed. So the problem with that is, we were using really the same abilities day one as we are right now. My receivers still have either Short and Elite or Route Technician on them, no matter what. And that was the same thing in day one of Madden 23 Ultimate Team. So I'm not really asking for anything like I just want it to be brought back to Madden 22 where, you know, that's how the meta like evolves. Like the meta really didn't change that much this year. It was a lot of just tight and spinner, man coverage, right? Yeah, there was a few blitzes that, you know, came and went, but for the most part, it was a tight formation, a condensed set, and some form of man coverage. So you were using knockouts and everything. And again, for receivers, you would always have Route Technician or Short and Elite. I just want to see certain abilities not be unlocked until we hit a certain overall. So that way, like we unlock, for example, I don't know, I wouldn't really say Fearless. Fearless needs to be unlocked early, but something like Hot Route Master really is the perfect thing. But maybe, I don't know, one step ahead isn't unlocked until you hit 99 overall as a cornerback, right? But instead, we were getting one step ahead at like 95 or 96 overall, really inside shades, really, really early on. So ability, I want the curve to where you unlock certain abilities on players to be a slower curve instead of just everything we get it like first month of the game and then it's just discounted throughout the year. Number 6 I have on my list of notes, and this is now going to target that offline gameplay reward structure, but really this could be offline / online. And yes, I'm kind of just ripping this straight from MLB The Show, but I would like, or not really MLB The Show, but I would like to see more objective-based content. Madden 23, for whatever reason, off rip, they just told us we're not really going to do many objectives. We're not going to have MUT Master. Don't know why they're like, yeah, we're going to replace MUT Master with the Comp Pass player, but like the Comp Pass player was replacing weekly. I don't know who made the decisions and who agreed with the decisions from Madden 23 because, man, they were bad. They killed the game themselves. Like, really, they killed the games themselves. So I would love to see, and they did it in the second half of the year. We had John Madden for Team of the Year. We had the Marcus Peters. We had, I'm trying to think of more like objective-based content that we got. I'm missing one main one. I'm missing a main one, and I know you guys are going to say it in the comments, but I would like to see more objective-based content. And with that, kind of ties in MLB The Show. Team Affinity, I love what MLB The Show does within Team Affinity content, where, you know, you have to get statistics completed either in offline or online game modes, whatever mode you like to play, with a certain team, and it unlocks the player's Team Affinity champion. Like, I would love to see, let's just say Team Builder content or Team Diamond content. When they drop Team Diamond content, yes, they could drop 32 players, one for each team, through sets and that kind of, you know, able to sell packs, but I would love to see maybe they drop 32 more players, one from each team, that you unlock in objectives in offline and online game modes. And, you know, maybe if you pair up the two players from the same team, they give a boost to each other. Something that, you know, not only is rewarding the player for, you know, grinding out the game, that is willing to put in the time, but it's still incentivizing, you know, getting the player from the sets that will eventually sell packs for EA. I just want to see more, you know, again, the replayability of offline game modes this year was terrible. Solo battles, you could say they took away solo battle rewards. Solo challenges, if we're being honest, get worse and worse every single year. We get 30 minutes of solos pretty much every single week, and they're like, there you go, there's your offline content. So if we get more objective-based content that, you know, if people that don't like to play online have their offline modes and they could accumulate stats with their favorite players that also lead to rewards, I think that would be really cool. And then for the people that play online, you know, if you run a theme team, which we'll get into is the next thing we're going to talk about, you know, it just, I want more stuff to do in Ultimate Team. Madden 23 to me felt like the year of we didn't have anything to do, right? Content came out, we bought the cars we wanted and we were done. There was nothing else to do on the game. You want to play head-to-head seasons? Okay, you're doing the same thing day 1 as day 365. Nothing changed. You know, logging in on Wednesday was the same thing as Thursday, just happened to be new and shiny cards. Alright, I didn't unlock any new modes to play. My desire to play, like, never changed. That's all I'm saying. I want there to be more stuff in do. Like, it sounds so simple in theory, but I want more things to do on Ultimate Team. You can never run out of stuff. There should never be a moment. I don't care if you play the game 12 hours. Like, I grind the market, you know, a few hours a day, let's say, right? And there's people that will grind head-to-head seasons a few hours. I don't care if you're logging in 36 hours on Ultimate Team. You should never run out of stuff to do. In Madden 23, you just did. You just did. There was really not that much to do. And that's why I'm so frustrated. Now on to the last and final note I have for my wish list. It's going to have to do with theme teams. And now just sitting here talking about theme teams, even really brought up another thing with theme teams. Remove the legend theme team. I don't know why they decided, hey, let's make it to where, you know, the one thing theme team boosts are mainly for is speed. Instead of making it 25 out of 50, which was a perfect thing, it also encouraged a lot more creativity within team building. You could do dual theme teams. You could even do, you know, trio theme teams. Sorry, that became available at the end. Let's push the 40 out of 50 that gives you a +1 speed boost. Oh yeah, and by the way, let's add a legend theme team where every single non-current NFL player gets a legend team cam, and you know, we drop probably more legends than we do current. You know, like it's not adding up, EA. It's not, I don't, like, it's really looking back at the decisions, like, now that I'm really thinking about Madden 23 as a whole, that throughout, like, they made some, tragic decisions. But killing theme teams, I would have never thought to be a thing, because I feel like theme teams just promote better business and more packs, and, you know, when they make more players meta and great, that, like, only helps EA, but then they just killed, like, theme teams in Madden 23, so I mean, I'm not even, you guys know, I'm anti-theme. I don't like running theme teams because I think it's a waste of coins for the most part. But please, bring back theme team, like, major boost at the level of 25 out of 50, not 40 out of 50. But that's really going to be all, and again, this video mainly focused on Madden 24 Ultimate Team, not, like, just Madden 24 gameplay. Of course, we could talk for hours about issues with gameplay and how zones play and that sort of thing, but this was more Madden 24 Ultimate Team based, and I felt like I felt like I was realistic with my hopes and dreams. I know Madden 24, like, the game's already been made. Like, Ultimate Team, the features they're going to have in Ultimate Team, the core, like, just features of the game are already set in stone. So I'm just hoping that my wish list is just happen to be things they changed and, you know, made a priority for Madden 24 Ultimate Team. But if you have any suggestions, and give me, of course, in the comments, you have not been putting what you guys hope for in Madden 24. Don't just give me the, I want more rewards. I want better. I want actually specific details on what they could do to make you get better rewards, or better packs. That's never going to be, you know, of course we want better packs, but that's, like, not going to fix everything, right? But that's my Madden 24 wish list. In the comments below, put what you guys are hoping for in Madden 24. Last thing, number 8. If you're still here, you're a real one. Do not touch the uniform glitch. If you touch the uniform glitch, it becomes personal, EA Sports. Do not touch the uniform glitch. Or if you do, you better bring out alternate uniforms every single week. That's all from this video. I will talk to you guys as we get closer to Madden 24 when we get some more Ultimate Team news. And until next time, peace.